Hi everyone, thanks for joining. Joker Plays here today to walk you through the tutorial on exactly what's going on with Star Wars. To begin, it's all about the start of the whole crossover event into the game. Here I'm taking height onto one of my platforms where we're going to begin to see the whole event take place. So bear with me, we'll watch this, see what happens. So you can see this is kind of building up. The sky is starting to crack a little bit further. We see the hole opening up a little bit, kind of like a rift type event, just one that's taking a little bit longer. So, you know, what else are you going to do but maybe find the appropriate emote to watch the whole thing happen. And of course, I just have a fun one in particular that I like using every time I'm just kind of hanging around. So, gotta equip it. Now time for the show. Oh my goodness, it is happening. We got Star Wars up. There's a Star Cruiser coming through. Got a whole bunch of explosions going on. A lot of weaponry. It's just flying through the air. And I'm just pretending like nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Alright, here we go. Looks like the Star Cruiser's heading down. Been hit damaged pretty well. And I think it's gonna crash land. Let's watch this. Maybe some more fireworks. Let's see what do we got going on. And yes, giant explosion. We have a starship that crashed. Looks like it landed on our island. More to come on that. But right after the event, the whole important part of the saga starts. This is where we're gonna see one of the characters phase in. This is an important part. This is where we're going to get to talk to her. We get to talk to Captain Bravera. At this point, this is when she's going to give us the special goggles that we could put on and be able to locate rebel bases as well as the enemy. So this is a good thing. You got to select whether or not you are a rebel or a friend. I think if you answer either one, it's going to take you through the same concept. If you're a friend of the rebellion, great. If you're a part of the rebellion, great. So here's where we get our mission. It gets introduced for the first time. Here's the macro binoculars that I was talking about. This is going to allow us to see. I'll demonstrate that here in just a second. So here we put on the macro binoculars. We look out and we can scout that there's a new cave that's on the base over there. This is me going into that cave. This is a rebel cave. As we go through, there's going to be a lot going on the inside, but at the end of the day, we're just trying to get to the other end, because this is where officially the new location is going to start for us. So as you get through the end of the tunnel, great, we're going to land on the section essentially where, you know, all the enemies are at. From here, what I ended up doing is I gathered a little bit of resources, and then I headed towards this base here where I began to attack the enemy. From here, this is where you're going to start to get some of the new Durasteel. So as you kill the enemies and break some of the metal structures that are around the base, you're going to get the Durasteel. That is what's going to start unlocking a lot of the features associated with the new bench. It's also going to unlock the blasters as you pick them up as well. So you see, we unlock the Rebel Workbench. We're going to be unlocking some of the blasters, be able to build on the workbench. We're also getting points as we go, or in this case it's studs. If you're familiar with any of the Lego games, those are amazing. Here we get some of the studs, get some of the Durasteel. This starts unlocking more and more. And so this is how you progress. I suggest landing at this base, attacking it here, And then the next thing I did was I really looted that base for a lot of the Durasteel as much as I can. From there I used my macro binoculars again. I identified locations as well as another rebel base. This is technically the base that we're going to have to build. So this is me arriving at the rebel outpost here. And this is how the mission gets greeted. So here we get to see our first villager that's already on site. And I'm reading here, you look in your hub, you're going to be going to this frequently. You'll see Captain Prevera is now here. She's asking for a bed. This is how I'm starting. So I'm going to build her a bed, make sure she's locked in on the site. And the whole goal and mission is we got to upgrade this bench, this entire outpost or base to a level 10. And so lots going on here. As we build a base, she's going to ask you to clear out specific areas. So you'll see these here highlighted. You're going to want to clear out everything here, pick up all the rocks, clear out any bushes, rocks, sticks, wood, and then you're going to see the scrap metal here, which is another form of Durasteel, just in its raw form. So anything you see inside those construction tape zones is what you're going to want to get rid of. This is going to allow and clear up some areas to specifically do build outs. And so I'm just clearing out more of this area. So you see the scrap Durasteel that's being collected here. And then finally, it's not just the things. You got to make sure you clear out both the trees and everything in the area. Once you do that, it goes away and allows you to begin a build. As you complete the build, you're going to want to build up your base a little bit. I ended up dropping down a regular workbench as well as a wood processing area so that I can make rod. And as we progress, we do the builds. We see in the background there, we built another barn that houses coops. And this is where we get to talk to Goralf for the first time. He is the animal tender, one of the new characters in the game. And then I progress here, and then now I need to build a workshop. This is for another one of the characters to come on site. This is an important key aspect here. So as you progress, you're going to want to build this workshop. This is where I ended up moving all my workbenches and whatnot, along with the new workbench for the Star Wars. So I build this pretty quickly. Wish we could build this fast in real time, but that's okay. So after I get the workbench built, or the workshop built here, that's when you're going to get to see a new villager. This is Myrna Rondo. So she is the one who's going to build all of our fancy stuff. So she wants to compost maker, so that's the next big step. So after you get everything in place, you're going to want to get a compost maker put down. Once a compost maker is put down, she's going to begin to do a lot of work. And this is also what's going to unlock everything that we need to do to begin to open quests or begin quests as well. So she's getting to work now, and we're rocking and rolling. And so from here, I get to explore some of the encampments. So here's me going into one of the encampments. It unlocks. If you came here prior to building the workshop and seeing Myrna, it's going to say code required. It's not going to let you in. So you're going to want to build that workshop before you go and start exploring some of these other camps. And once you get in here, there's going to be a whole lot of fighting going on. Make sure you have a good weapon ready to go. You'll be able to explore. As you can tell, that there's going to be plenty of materials. Plenty of materials to grab, farm from. So all of this stuff will actually give you a whole lot of Durasteel as well. So that's great. You'll go in here, explore a little bit. You'll be able to get any additional resources you want. As you can see, we have barrels floating around all over the place. That's great. And now we get to fight some more troopers. These are all part of the equation as well. So part of the challenges is killing, some of these troopers as well. Let's see. As we progress, we kill more troopers, and then there's a particular one that we're going to have to kill and collect the little weapon that he has. We're going to have 3 of them in particular for one of the upgrades. So pay close attention to the hub as you do your base upgrades. And so we progress through the cave. Some of the more advanced caves as you progress as well. There's multiple stages. You are going to have to kill all the guards. You can't bypass them. as you kill him. Oh, here's a special character. Once we kill him, that's the deal. 44 blaster. We are going to have 3 of them in particular sitting in your inventory for one of the base upgrades. So that initial base that you tackle, make sure you get that EL-44 blaster as well. And then once you bring everything, the magic happens here. Myrna will now produce the one thing we are all waiting for, the lightsaber. From here, the lightsaber is the tool of choice. This will recharge on its own. It's an excellent weapon to go in and, through all those caves and bunkers and fight some enemies. From here, your quest will begin. Continue focusing on upgrading your base, the outpost. The whole goal here is to get to level 10. So thank you for watching.